Hey guys, it's me back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing something completely different to what I've normally been doing on my channel. Today I would like to raise some kind of awareness, or just put my opinion and thoughts and other things out there for people to become more aware of things that are going on that aren't necessarily always spoken about. So today I'm going to be talking about something that is extremely close to me personally. Let's just get on with it, shall we? So for those people who do know me and new people that are starting to know me, I'm pretty sure you have all picked up on the fact that I do actually have a speech disorder. Now, my speech disorder is a Lisp, which I'm pretty sure you are hearing really bad right now, which was one reason why I really wanted to do this video, because I just felt like there's not enough people out there who talk with a Lisp with the confidence to come on to a camera and put themselves out there on something like YouTube. You know, I mean, it is daunting because I was extremely nervous to even come on YouTube, which is why it took me so long to buck up the courage. But I just turned around one day and went, you know what, I'm just going to do it and I'm not going to look back, and here I am now, you know. Yeah, so what a Lisp is where you find it difficult or you are unable to pronounce certain letters of the alphabet. Now, I'm pretty sure most people know what letters they are, but in case you don't, for me, they are the letters S, C, and X. I used to struggle with Z, but I think that I've gotten a little bit better with the letter Z. And I'm just trying to raise awareness on people do have a speech disorder like a Lisp, and people just don't understand that, yeah, okay, you might find it funny to poke fun at them and you might think, oh, it's only a joke, but for people who do have a Lisp like me, it's not funny, it is incredibly hurtful. And there was times when I used to be at school and I just used to not want to go in some days. I would just sit there and be like, I don't want to go in, you know, because there was a point where it felt like it was every single day I was getting picked up on it. So I actually decided to just go into school every day and not care what anyone thought and not make them realise that they've upset me. Like, I would just pretend that it didn't matter to me and I wasn't bothered by it, even though I was so hurt inside. A lot of people at school used to pick on me and try and like mock the way I used to talk, or not used but still do talk, and a lot of the time, yeah, it was hurtful and it did make me feel to the point like I just wanted to hide in the corner and not open my mouth at all. And it got to the point where it wasn't just people outside of my friendship group and people in classrooms picking on me. It got to the point where some of my friends that I used to hang out with back in school, where I thought that they were my friends, and it hurt me more to know that they found other people picking on me funny. And I was like, well, you're supposed to be my friend, why aren't you acting like a friend, you know? Like, you know that person's taking the mick out of me and you're standing there laughing with them at me. So I was just like, well, and there'll be times where I would come home and I would just feel like, what is the point in living if you just get picked on because you can't even talk properly, you know? That was one thing that used to get me down an awful lot, and I did used to feel like, well, what's the point? There's no point, you know, I'm not going to get anywhere in life because of this bloody speech disorder. And then one thing that a lot of people did used to say to me, including friends, was that apparently I reminded them of Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. And I was just like, that's not even funny, that's just a low blow, and that's just you trying to bring me down for the way that I am. And I was just, and it hurt, yeah, it hurt to the point that my eyes were burning from holding back tears, because I did not want to show anyone how much that it hurt me. I felt like, well, if I start breaking down in front of people because of it, they're just gonna, probably pick on me worse. So I just thought, well, I'll just, say, okay, don't let them know that they've hurt me, and I'll just deal with it, on my own, because I just felt completely alone because of the way I spoke, and I just hated the way I spoke. Every single time I meet someone new, it was awkward for me, and people tend to not really take the time to get to know me because I am so quiet around them, because it's just, I can't sit there talking to you knowing that I've got to be careful what I say to try and avoid saying words that I know I'm gonna lisp on, because that just wasn't fun for me, and I felt like I was being judged incredibly because of it. Even though people weren't, some of my friends, they were good. Some of my friends just used to stand by me and just kind of think, well, just ignore them, they're just trying to bring you down, kind of thing, which I loved. I loved it when my friends were like that with me, because I was just like, thank you, you actually understand. Because especially when it was another friend who used to get picked on for other things, not because they had a Lisp disorder, but maybe because they were a different ethnic or whatever, So it was nice when someone who did used to get picked on for something else standing up for you, because it's just like, thank you, I feel like we're like our little army, and it just felt so nice to have that. But it did used to tear me down a lot and knock my confidence so much when people who didn't know me, they only knew my name and my face, they didn't know me at all, used to come up to me and pick on me and, just try and bring me down, and friends would laugh at it, and I'm just like, can you not? Because at the end of the day, I'm feeling like a complete outsider, and you're just making it worse for me. When you do have something like a speech disorder or any kind of disability, it does make you feel so much of an outsider, and people just don't understand that their words cut deeper than what people let on. I did have a little bit of a go at some of the people for picking on me. I used to be like, really? You think that's big and clever, do you? And one time I got picked on in front of a teacher, and my school was supposedly not going to tolerate bullying, which all schools say that they're not going to tolerate. But it's like, well, you clearly don't know what that means, because you've just witnessed these kids in the classroom picking on me, and you can see that it's not right of what they're saying, and you're just going to stand there and do nothing about it. So I was just like, well, you can just, no. Sometimes it was very hard for me to actually want to go to school. School life for me was incredibly difficult, and I felt like because of my speech, I felt like I was put in the lower classes, the sets, for just having a speech disorder, because I wasn't dumb. I used to get so frustrated when I'd be in bottom set and being with all the people who pretty much didn't know 1 + 1. To be honest, it was like that, and I was like, why am I here? I know how to do all this isn't fair. And I felt like my school kept me behind on my actual potential, because I wasn't a dumb kid. I was just seen as being dumb because of my speech disorder, because a lot of people think that if you can't talk properly then you must be dumb because you haven't got the education. And that's what I find that I struggle with now with trying to get jobs and that, because I feel like people are trying, I don't know, it feels like I get discriminated a lot because of the way I do talk, and I feel like I don't get jobs very easily because of it, and I'm just like, well, why? I can still do the job. Yeah, I might have a Lisp, but who cares, you know? If I can do the job, why does that matter? No, it's really not like that, and it's just not fair to be treated so differently because you have a Lisp. It's not right, and I do feel like people need to just step back and realise that people have feelings. Everyone is different, and you know, it just gets my back up when people think that they have to be so sympathetic and so, oh, you know, okay, with people who have disabilities or speech disorders, because it's not nice. Like, we're a normal human being, just a little bit different, you know? I mean, now that I'm older, I have learned just to embrace the fact that I have a Lisp and just believe that it's what makes me me. Because sometimes I feel like, who would I be and what would I be like if I didn't have a Lisp? And honestly, I can't picture myself without one now, because I've had it all my life. I've literally had it since I can remember. So yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys have learned something from this video. If you haven't, then that's cool, you know. I'm not exactly the most best inspirational speaker, whatever you want to call it, but I do hope that I've opened your eyes a little bit to just take people's feelings into consideration, because it's very hard for some people, and you know, there's just no need to be nasty towards someone just because they are different in some way. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and you would like me to do more of these type of videos, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!